I want to help you guys if you are a beginner in design, or you're really thinking of going to school for design next year and it's going to be your first year. I really do hope that whatever it is that I share in this video helps you out in terms of how to be an amazing student and how to really maximize and optimize your time as a graphic design student in design school, because I still believe that it's worth it. In as much as you are going to know, you're probably going to be working on Illustrator, Photoshop, and just the Adobe suite, I would highly recommend that you take it further and you take it outside of the classroom as well. Knowing more of your software, even right now, as a designer, a freelance designer, I see that there's so much, because this software is forever changing, and there's so much. The more that you expose yourself to the software and you know various tricks of the software and things that you can actually do in the software and with the software, you give yourself so much opportunity to really create, not in a limited way, you know what I mean, to play around with the tools that are there, to play around, to really push the envelope in terms of what you can actually create, you know what I mean. So the more you know what exists on the software, the more you're able to play around and to create things that might not be taught in design school. One thing that I did, because I did most of my projects late, or I was just on time to do my projects, I would really recommend that you give yourself enough time to finish your projects by the deadline or before the deadline. What I've seen is that when you give yourself enough time, you know, maybe you finish 2 days before the deadline and there's things that you want to change, or maybe there's something that you see you give yourself enough room to change something. Whereas if it's like the last day and now you're scrambling and you're rushing and you can't really do the changes that you really want to do and you're really not happy, you know what I mean. So give yourself enough time to really have room for making all the revisions that you really want to do. I know sometimes there are just things that happen, they are way out of our control, and unfortunately we are going to have to maybe hand in things on the day or last minute or maybe late because of things that just happen that are way beyond our control. But if you can do things on time, do it on time. I actually did not put this in on my list, but it is a good one. Do things on time, and also go big on your projects. One thing that I saw is that I was thinking so in the box with my projects. I was not going wild. Design school is the best place, especially when you're at school. It's the best place to explore, because that's what design school is for, is to really just sharpen that unique approach to design and to explore your unique approach to design, your interpretation of the brief. I mean, yes, staying within the brief, this is where you go big, you know what I mean. So don't play small when it comes to your ideas. I think this is the best place for you to go big with your ideas and to really just push the envelope of how you approach your brief. So if you're someone that's in a school that was similar to mine, where in as much as we were under the multimedia department, the entire faculty was just a design faculty. We were always around your interior design students, your industrial design students, your fashion design students, your fine artists. Go out, talk to them, you know, collaborate with them, mingle with them, and maybe just like, you know, use them as a sounding board. If you're in a school like that, it's bound to happen that you'll befriend someone from a different department or something like that. I had a lot of friends. I had quite a few friends from different departments and the like. I would say do that, right? Use the Oh my gosh, guys, there's a whole plethora of design resources on the internet that you can look at. There's design inspiration. There's that ABDZ website where you can also get just curated design inspiration. There is Sites Inspire, especially if you're tasked to create a website. Also on YouTube, there are a whole lot of people who have really just taken out videos that really talk about design resources on the internet that come in so handy when you're dealing with client projects, freelance projects, passion projects. And now as design students, you can use these as references for your design project. There is so much at your disposal, guys. Just don't stick to one thing. You know, I would say That's why when you do things on time, you give yourself enough time to research, you do yourself enough time to, look at other avenues for inspiration and not just what's around you. So that's what I would suggest. Use the resources that are at your disposal.